purpose of this webinar, we're going to be focusing on the bottom 3 data sets that we used, which was the sales data, the focus groups, and the stakeholder interviews. But the full report will eventually be on the Vic Health website, or feel free to get in touch with Miranda, myself, or Tara if you did want to see it before that occurs. So for the weekly sales data, from November 2015 until February 2020 were analysed to evaluate the impact of the initiative on the relative healthiness of drinks sold. So this included changes to the red, amber, and green drinks, as well as the drink revenue. So sales data was separated into seasonal and non-seasonal facilities, and also then analysed separately as they just had different patterns. So the seasonal facilities typically involved outdoor pools, and the non-seasonal facilities were generally those larger like leisure centres or court type facilities as well. So for the 8 seasonal facilities included in the analysis, we calculated and compared the average sales outcomes before and after the initiative, including 1 season before and 2 seasons after. So we found that there was a reduction in the average percentage of red drinks sold after the initiative of about 22%. And then we also saw a 13% increase in the average percentage sales of amber drinks after the initiative was implemented. And for the green drinks, the percentage of green drinks increased about 10% after the initiative. And the good news is there was no change in weekly revenue. So for the 10 non-seasonal facilities included in the analysis, we estimated the difference between what actually happened and what would have happened if the initiative never occurred to determine the impact of the initiative of each of the 10 non-seasonal facilities. This analysis also took into account whether sales was increasing or decreasing prior to the initiative starting. So for the results, the percentage volume of red drinks sold in February 2020 decreased in 6 of the 10 non-seasonal facilities, and this decrease ranged from about a decrease of 50% to a decrease of about 10%. The percentage volume of amber drinks sold increased in 5 of the 10 non-seasonal facilities, and this increase ranged from about 5% to about 33%. And then with the green drinks, the percentage volume of green drinks sold increased in 4 of the non-seasonal facilities, and this ranged from about 10% to about 20%. There was a decrease in 1 facility in the green drinks and no change in 5 facilities. And then with the revenue in 9 of the 10 facilities, there was no weekly change there was no weekly change in the drink revenue. And now I'll pass you on to Miranda, who'll be discussing the staff surveys, the interviews, and the focus groups.
Thank you, Devorah. So I'm going to provide an overview of the qualitative evaluation. And as Devorah said, that includes different qualitative methods we've used to understand the factors that may have helped or hindered the water and sport project. And so that included surveying the project officers every 6 months during the project. We also included a focus group of project officers, Vic Health, and Interest Australia representatives. And finally, we had 15 interviews with Vic Health, Interest Australia representatives, and also local government managers, outlet managers, and project officers as well. And so we've highlighted some of the key evaluation findings with quotes here, and I'll let you read the quotes as I summarise. So our results highlighted the perceived value of the water and sport project for stakeholders, in particular the importance of funding for allocating a project officer who could focus on the project. So this project officer was important in providing tailored, individualised support to facilities to help them overcome and address their individual challenges, and also capitalise on the opportunities relevant to their particular context, customer base, etc. The support from the Health Union Advisory Service and Deakin was really key as well in terms of providing that external expertise in implementation at a local government level and how to evaluate and get rigorous feedback for those facilities and councils on their progress. Stakeholders also highlighted that maintain the nudges may require both ongoing human resourcing, so continued project officer support, as well as recognition of those facilities that have made positive changes. So this could be, for example, through media or promotion, or through some kind of award or accreditation scheme. So based on what was done well in the water and sport project and to be replicated, and some of our reflections and the reflections of stakeholders on what could be improved for next time, we have put together 12 recommendations. And if you would like to see the 12 recommendations, you can go to our full evaluation report, which we'll be happy to send you. But here I've just provided 3 key recommendations. So for the implementation support agencies, that's your health eating advisory services, it's really important to support project officers with targeted training and also general project management skills. So this includes things like policy development, system thinking, strategic planning, time management, basic evaluation skills, as well as targeted training, for example, in retailer engagement and marketing within a retail setting. For local governments or facilities or other community organisations who are looking to make a healthy change, we recommend by starting with trialling a quick small win. These are things that are easy to implement and are unlikely to have negative consequences like revenue loss. So for example, it could be rearranging the fridge to put green drinks to eye level. And the advantage of starting with these small trials is that helps to build momentum in the project to go on to more ambitious next steps. And then finally, for the convening agencies, this is a funding agency like Vic Health, we recommend maximising the funding usefulness by ensuring funding can be flexible to tailored opportunities in each local government. So this may be allocating most of the funding to salary, but also providing flexibility to capitalise on opportunities like, for example, infrastructure requirements within facilities. And finally, it's also need to consider the support through funding or other mechanisms for longer term maintenance in those settings.